Just a small update on the setup. Something else I offer. So I now offer a bolt-up conversion plate set that's offset in the rear or standard centered, and then it has a little more caster and a little more camber up front. But because camber is adjustable at the spindle, if you use a Mustang spindle, then it's not an issue. You can adjust as much as little as you want. But the big news is, with the latest version of the kit, you can move the wheel back a little. The wheels were never centered factory on these cars. Some people use aftermarket control arms for this. Other people use whatever, but this lets you use the factory control arms with the latest version of the kit, and it comes with a little spacer deal, and you can slice it and use how much of you want. But the big update is, with the new conversion tops, then the strut matches for no binding, so you don't have to rely on the BC tops. This is something you could do with the just the cheap neon coilovers, which, by the way, did Rocky Mountain Race Week with Jason's car, so you can see from here just how far it offsets it. We're not talking much, 5/8, 3/4 of an inch, give or take, and it depends if your control arms are bound up or twisted or whatever. It ends up moving it back roughly the same amount at the strut itself, and then you place that little spacer either in front of it if you want to move it back, or if you use the center tops or regular coilovers from a different brand or whatever, then you place that spacer behind it, just where it would normally be, and you'd have factory wheel alignment, which once you've moved the wheels back even half an inch, you'll never want to go back to the factory setup where the wheels weren't centered in the wells, because it just fits so much better, even without flares or whatever. Especially without flares, the wheels fit a lot better when the whole thing's moved back. But that's just a quick update on this. I haven't been doing much to it. I've been kind of sick lately, and then when I wasn't sick, I was welding. So yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and just wanted to give you guys an update with Jason's high 9 low 10-second car doing 4,500 miles in 2 weeks and a dozen passes, and no issues with his Super 8.8 swap or his Turbo 4.8. He overheated his fuel pump at one point, but then it cooled down and it worked just fine. The thing with high horsepower fuel pumps is they recirculate their fuel if they're not being used for high horsepower applications like cruising, so they start getting a little hot. Just something to watch out for. But that had nothing to do with my kit. The kit performed beautifully, and he's pretty happy with it. He's going to do it again in a couple of months for Rocky Mountain Race Week too, so keep that in mind. Well, you guys take it easy, and I'll keep you guys updated on this thing or some of the other projects I'll be working on little by little in between welding up orders and shipping them out, and doing other side jobs to buy more metal to weld up orders and ship them out. So, yep.